Sup YouTube, it's your pal Moonstone, Moon for short, and today I am going to be talking about a very disturbing experience I've had in my second year of high school. Okay, it wasn't high school, it was 8th grade, which is technically middle school, but if anyone doesn't find that very comfortable, you're pleased to exit video right now if you want to. Now, I'm not going to reveal where the high school is, or the true names of it, or the true names of the kids that picked on me, but I will say one thing. I'll give them nicknames so no one knows who they truly are. I'm going to call the group of boys the MBs. MBs stand for mean boys. The MBs in the high school experience actually had something to do with the way that they saw me as. So basically, everyone saw me as the kid that was easily gullible and that could easily be tricked, and the kid that could probably get them in the highest places. The one reason is because I was the fastest kid that was in my class. My gym class, that is. I would always beat everyone at warm-ups. Whenever we do warm-ups, we do squat. We do running back and forth. And at the running back and forth, I was always the first one to get back to the finish. Mr. K, which is my teacher, I'm not revealing his true name, would sometimes give awards for the first person to finish, but he eventually gave up sooner or later. And I didn't really care about the awards. I just wanted to get the gym class over and done with so I can get to my other classes, because all of my other classes were way more fun. I'd say that my favorite class I had while I was in 8th grade was sewing class, and basically taught me a lot. It basically taught me how to make my own fursuit thing, as you can see right here. It's incomplete. There's still a few design flaws I have to fix, like this jaw and the hair, which I'm planning to make it detachable, but still a little loose. It's detachable so I can replace it with different colors, depending on the seasons, like Halloween, Christmas, red and green, that sort of thing. But I'll get to that later on in a future video. So basically, this event happened around the time when we were in gym class, so I'd say around 10:30. Now, we're finishing up gym class, and basically, when we had to go back, we would have this ginormous locker room with all these stalls and stuff, with showers, and also connected to the pool. And the sad part is there was only one stall with a door on it, and I really didn't find it comfortable to change in front of all the other kids, and I basically just didn't trust them. And the reason I didn't trust them is because of all the crazy stuff they done. They would cuss and swear in a jokeful way, because, you know, people cuss and swear in a jokeful way. Like, okay, I'm not saying that stuff out loud because YouTube said I shouldn't do that. And basically, that's basically what they would do. And they'd try to get me to join their side. They saw how cool I was, all the things I could do, because I was sort of like the magic kid at school. Because I did magic tricks almost all the time whenever I got the chance to. In front of the teachers, in front of a group of kids. And most of these were actually a group of girls and one girl who was my crush. And my guess is that the other guys caught this on and wanted me to get them to go on their side. So that way they get all the attention too. Now, I caught on to this immediately the second they tried to give me a fist bump, or when they tried to give me a high five or congratulate me. And one of the most recent ones before school let out was when I accidentally scored a point for their team when we were playing flag football. I'm not in any sports, real sports, to be honest. It was just one of the things we did in PE. And one of them tried to high five me. I'm going to call him W, because that's what his name started with, W. And I felt like just hitting him and punching him. I wanted to kick him. I just hated that guy. I hated almost all the kids that were in my PE class, unless they were girls, because the girls never really did anything wrong. They never teased, they never yelled at me, and they were always the nicer type of people. And for that and that alone, I just wish that I could just run away and be in a place where no one would ever be being mean at all. That's how it got into rally shifting, but again, talk about that in a future video. Not now. Right now, back to the story. So anyway, first when you walk into the locker room, there will be basically this short hallway, and at the edge of the hallway would be a bench. On the other end of the hallway, there would be this giant room where everyone would change. There were lockers everywhere, because it's a locker room, obviously. But basically, that's how it would go. And one day, I was walking in there, and I just felt like covering my ears, and that's exactly what I did, because, like I said, they're doing all sorts of inappropriate stuff in there. Nothing related, but you get the idea. So basically, one kid was turning around while he was changing his shirt. This other kid, I'm gonna name him Fatso because he was super fat, walked over to him, tapped on the back, Okay, it wasn't back, it was a B-U-T, and ran back to where he was sitting and sat down quickly. And that was around the time when I was walking by him, and I felt like, oh my god, this is going to turn the trouble I've ever read. But I didn't have time to run because he turned around and he was like, oh, Moon, did you touch my beauty? And so, like, everyone stared at me. And after that, I knew there's no way out of it. Everyone knew that I was the global type of kid, and now they probably thought I was some sort of jerk person. After that, I gotta be honest, I felt like crying, I felt like running away, I felt like jumping off a cliff. Well, minus that third part, but you know how I felt. So basically, if you used to look at any of them, they all instantly thought I was one of the type of guys that liked other guys when, like I said, I hate other guys. Other guys are my age because they're all dumb, stupid, and smelly. They just stink. And anyways, so what's the first thing you do when someone tweaks on you and expects to remember about you? You go to the therapist or counselor or school helper, I think. I don't know. But I went to school helper. That's what I'm going to call her. Her name is Mrs. H. Not her real name, but, you know, safety. And basically, I went to Mrs. H, told her the whole thing, and she asked me to tell her all the names of the boys that were the main people and the main suspects. And she also told me to try and identify the kid that touched the other kid's back. And I told him it was Fatso, and I told him that it was MG, the mean guy. I already told you the MBs are the mean boys, MG is the mean guy, and he's the leader of the group, the Alpha. And basically, she interviewed them, and all of them said the same thing. I touched him, and that I'm the one to blame. I'm just using this to cover it up, but I'm not. They all were just against me. They didn't see what truly happened, and I don't blame them. Alone is in the same situation, only where I was one of the guys changing, and I saw someone do that sort of thing. I would have thought the same thing that they did. So that I'm not truly mad at them for, but I still really can't forgive them. I can't really forgive anyone for what happens. But this is where the happy ending comes in. Our school is very big, and it technically has 2 locker rooms. The second one is on the other side of the gym, and that's mainly for the gym basketball team. And as for the basketball team, they're closed for that entire season because of restriction reasons, sadly. Not that I'm complaining, I really don't like basketball. But anyways, they allowed me access to it whenever I wanted to. So after that, I never changed in that same room as the boys did again. I quit changing in there, I changed in my own private locker room, and I won't have to worry about them ever again. After that, I pretty much avoided them for the rest of the year. Eventually, they caught on to this. They soon realized I wanted nothing to do with them, I want to stay out of their way, and they probably should stay out of my way too. Not all of them, some of them still like to trick me and stuff, but like I said, I found ways to avoid that. And the sad part is, the MGs are still trying to get me on their side. They still see all the stuff I do. And more recently, more of the kids from school this summer keep walking up to me and saying, hey, show us a magic trick. So yeah. So basically in my future videos, I'll probably reveal some of my secrets to my tricks and tell some more of my stories from my past. But I'll get on to that later. For now, thank you guys for watching. If you have any other experiences and if you're fearful to talk about them, don't be afraid. Tell someone you trust, tell an adult, they'll help you. The same way that they helped me. Things will get better soon, guys. I promise. Till then, peace. See you later. Bye.